His departure underscored the growing accountability for public figures in the wake of the #MeToo movement. O'Reilly transitioned to hosting a program on a conservative streaming platform, but his exit from Fox was a turning point. For Bill O'Reilly, it was the end of an era, a dramatic fall from grace for a man who had once been at the pinnacle of cable news. Number 10. Wardrobe malfunction. A popular news anchor found herself at the center of a media storm after a wardrobe malfunction during a live broadcast. The incident was unexpected and quickly became a hot topic online. Viewers had tuned in for the evening news, but what they got was a surprising display that sparked a whirlwind of reactions, gathering thousands of signatures and sparking debates about freedom of expression and the role of personal style in journalism. The #BringBackTheAnchor trended on social media, with fans arguing that her fashion sense brought a fresh energy to the news format. They believed the incident should not overshadow her talent and dedication to delivering the news. Number 9. Whistleblower versus Monsanto. Jane Acker dedicated years to journalism, but her career-defining moment came with her whistleblower case against WTVT, a Fox affiliate. It was 1997 when Acker and her husband, Steve Wilson, produced a report that took a hard look at Monsanto, a biotech giant known for its agricultural products. The couple's investigation focused on Monsanto's use of to court, highlighting how they were let go for refusing to broadcast false and misleading information. The legal battle was intense and lengthy. In the end, a jury sided with Acker on one of her whistleblowing claims, but the court didn't award any damages. Despite the mixed outcome, the case drew significant attention to Monsanto's practices and the influence of corporate interests over media outlets. It emphasized the challenges journalists face when taking on powerful entities and sparked discussions about the integrity of investigative reporting. Rick Sanchez's fall from grace. Rick Sanchez was a familiar face on CNN, hosting his own show, Rick's List. But in 2010, his career took a drastic turn. During a radio interview, Sanchez made some inflammatory remarks that would cost the show aired its final episode that same night. It was a rapid fall for Sanchez, who had spent years building his career in the news industry. His comments not only offended many, but also highlighted the perils of speaking without caution in the public sphere. In the aftermath, Sanchez issued an apology, expressing regret for his words. He admitted that he had misspoken and didn't intend to offend anyone. However, the damage was done. His remarks had crossed a line, and there was no going back. The incident served as a cautionary tale about the power of words and the importance of understanding the impact they can have. Number 7. Eric Bolling's misconduct allegations. Eric Bolling was a rising star at Fox News, known for his roles on The Five investigation. The network took the allegations seriously, reflecting a broader shift towards accountability in the wake of similar scandals across the media industry. Bolling denied the claims, maintaining his innocence and expressing a desire to clear his name. Despite his efforts to defend himself, the situation escalated quickly. Within a month, Fox News announced Bolling's termination. His show was cancelled, marking the end of his tenure with the network. Bolling expressed disappointment over the decision, but stood by his assertion that the allegations were false. The ordeal was a significant blow to his career, overshadowing his accomplishments as a television personality. Number 6. Matt Lauer's sudden NBC dismissal. Matt Lauer was a familiar face on. The decision was swift. NBC took action within 24 hours after receiving a detailed complaint from a colleague. As more allegations surfaced, it became clear that the network's decision was part of a broader effort to address workplace misconduct. The move was part of a cultural shift, as companies across industries began re-evaluating their policies and responses to such allegations. Lauer issued a statement expressing regret and embarrassment over the situation. He acknowledged some of the allegations while denying others, but the damage to his reputation was done. His sudden fall from grace marked a dramatic and controversial end to his long tenure on Today. Number 5. Julie Chin's on-air stroke. Julie Chin, an Oklahoma knew she was having a stroke on live television. Her colleagues in the studio acted fast. Recognizing the emergency, they dialed 911 immediately. Concerned viewers who noticed her distress also called the station, making sure help was on the way. Julie was rushed to the hospital, where she received the care she needed. Thankfully, she recovered, and it was remarkable how she managed to maintain her professionalism even during such a severe medical crisis. Number 4. Jordanian anchor brawl over Syria debate. In 2014, a Jordanian news program turned into an unexpected showdown. The broadcast was supposed to cover a heated debate about the ongoing Syrian conflict. But things got out of hand fast. Under the pressure of their altercation, a third anchor tried to intervene, hoping to calm things down, but it was too late. Security had to step in, pulling the brawling journalists apart and removing them from the set. Viewers were left in disbelief, witnessing a broadcast that turned into chaos. Such an outburst on live television is rare, and it left a lasting impression on those who saw it. The incident highlighted the intense emotions surrounding the Syrian conflict and the strain it placed on even seasoned journalists. If security hadn't intervened, the situation could have escalated further, proving the unpredictable nature of live news. Number 3. Killian controversy. The Killian controversy was a media storm that rocked the foundations of CBS News. Was less than honorable, and they implied that strings had been pulled to keep him stateside. As soon as the story aired, the documents faced intense scrutiny. Internet forums and blogs buzzed with questions about their authenticity. The memos looked suspiciously modern, and typography experts weighed in, pointing out inconsistencies that suggested they were forgeries. The pressure mounted on CBS to prove the documents were real. As the skepticism grew, so did the media frenzy around the story. Eventually, CBS had to retract the story, and the fallout was dramatic. Producers were fired, and Dan Rather's long and storied career was tainted. Although he stood by the story, insisting that the central claims about Bush's service were true, the damage was done. This controversy was a scare. Melissa Coulson was a meteorologist known for her calm demeanor and insightful forecasts. But one morning, things took a dramatic turn during a live broadcast. As she was delivering the weather forecast, Melissa began to feel unwell. She muttered, "This really is the calm before the storm," before suddenly collapsing on air. Her words were prophetic, but not in the way anyone expected. The studio was momentarily stunned. The anchors were shocked, trying to grasp what had just happened. It was clear that something was gravely wrong. Melissa had experienced a sudden medical emergency, and the broadcast quickly cut to a commercial. 9 years earlier, she had discovered a leaky heart valve after falling ill during a past broadcast, though she later stated this incident was unrelated when two men approached them. At first, Vuyo thought they were just trying to disrupt the broadcast, but the situation took a sinister turn as the men demanded their phones and equipment. The incident unfolded live, with Vuyo exclaiming, "We're being mugged! Hey, we're being mugged!" It was a surreal moment, watching a crime happen in real time on television. The robbers, clearly not thinking through their plan, had chosen to commit their crime in front of a live camera, making their identities easy to capture. The footage quickly became invaluable to law enforcement. Police were able to identify and apprehend the muggers shortly after the incident. Despite the arrests, it was a terrifying ordeal for Vuyo and his crew. Thanks for watching another episode. While you are still here, make sure to click the video on your screen for more quality content.